past serves as a point of reference, not as a home. Leaving the past behind is the only way to proceed. Finding serenity begins with letting go of the past. Make the past a stepping stone for your future rather than letting it hold you back. The secret to letting go of the past is forgiveness. The future is not determined by your history, it is only a story. If you keep reading the previous chapter of your life, you won't be able to begin the new one. Don't get caught in the middle, the past is behind you and the future is ahead. Letting go of the past doesn't mean forgetting it, it means not letting it control your future. Letting go of your past is the best method to forecast your future. Although you cannot change the past, you may alter the present. Giving up the past is like removing a cumbersome rucksack you've been wearing for too long. Do not let your delight in the present be stolen by your grief in the past. The past is not a death sentence, it is a lesson. Realizing that the past is holding you back can sometimes be the most difficult part of letting go of the past. Focus on crafting a fresh chapter. The past is a closed book. The less you can enjoy the present, the longer you cling to the past. The present is a gift, the past is history, and the future is uncertain. Hanging on to the past will eventually wear you out since it is like carrying a heavy weight. It can be challenging to let go of the past, but holding on to it is even more challenging. If you constantly check your rearview mirror, you will never be able to go on in life. The past is merely a recollection and not a fact. Life is too brief to harbor resentments or obsess over the past. To make room for your future, let go of the past, which is a barrier. Keep the past from stealing your present. Realizing that it is time to create new memories rather than clinging to the past does not mean giving up on your prior recollections. The past can educate you, but it shouldn't rule over you. Although what has happened cannot be changed, how you react to it may. The past is not a place to live, rather, it is a place for reflection. Moving on becomes more difficult the longer you cling to the past. Although letting go of the past can be frightening, it's essential for growth. Your potential for the future is not limited by your past failures. It's impossible to go on while trying to hang on to the past. If you keep reading the previous chapter of your life, you won't be able to begin the new one. Keep your past from determining your future. It takes self-love and respect to let go of the past. The past is only a memory, and while memories might be lovely, don't let them limit you. Life is about going forward, embracing change, and anticipating what will make you stronger and more whole. Rewriting your tale is possible when you let go of the past. Live in the now, the past is behind you and the future is still to come. It's about embracing the present and building a better future, not about ignoring the past. Embracing the present and planning for the future entails letting go of the past. The present is a gift, the past is a tale, and the future is a mystery. It is called the present for this reason. Letting go of what's holding you back is the only way to move forward. The past is a frame of reference, not a home. Don't let yesterday dominate today too much. Moving on is impossible if you hold on to the past. If you keep reading the previous chapter of your life, you can't begin the new one. Not forgetting the past does not imply letting it go. It just means that you give up allowing it to rule your life. Realizing that the other person already let go can sometimes be the hardest part of letting go. By letting go of the past, you make room for fresh starts. The future is up to you to create, the past cannot be changed. Living in the past is a waste of time. Accept the present and work toward a better future. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you've made in the past and go on with clarity. You must forgive yourself and others for the past if you wish to move on. Letting go of the past is the only way to change your future. To make room for new opportunities, let go of the past is like cleaning the clutter from your life. While moving on requires learning to let go of the past, it is not necessary to forget it. It's time to concentrate on what lies ahead because the past is behind you for a reason. Hanging onto the past is like attempting to hold onto the wind. It is impossible and will only result in you being left with nothing. Making place for something better involves letting go. The past serves as a point of reference, not as a home. You cannot go on if you cling on to the past. The key to opening the door to happiness is forgiveness. Moving on is choosing happiness over suffering, not forgetting the past. Letting rid of what's holding you back is the only way to advance. If you keep reading the previous chapter of your life, you won't be able to begin the new one. When you learn to accept an apology you never received, life becomes simpler. Holding on is more difficult than letting go. Sometimes, beginning over is more difficult than letting go. Keep the past from stealing your present. If you are mired in the past, it is impossible to go forward. It's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to perish when you hold on to your ref. Accepting that certain things weren't meant to be involves letting go, not giving up. The best kind of retaliation is occasionally to let go and gracefully go on. Letting rid of your negative emotions is the first step to happiness. You can't have your present or your future if you hold on to the past. It takes time and effort to let go. Although the past cannot be changed, you can choose how it will impact your present and future. Life is too short to harbor resentments and harbor unfavorable feelings. You can discover inner peace and contentment by letting go. You're only released from the weight of bitterness when you forgive someone, not because their acts are justified. You sometimes need to let go of your idealized perception of how life should be and discover joy in the reality you are experiencing. Accepting that some people are a part of your history but not your future requires letting go. Moving ahead gets more difficult the more you cling to the past. The ability to let go of the past makes way for fresh experiences and chances. The gift you offer yourself is forgiveness. It takes strength and guts to let go, but it will be worthwhile in the end. Sometimes letting go of what's holding you back is the only way to advance. Realizing that some things are beyond of your control and letting go are two different things. Giving up is not. You become trapped in a cycle of suffering and regret if you cling to the past. Choosing happiness over pain requires letting go. Although you cannot erase the past, you can alter how it affects your present and future. Our stories about the past shape who we are today, but they don't have to determine who we will be tomorrow. Just as crucial as forgiving others is forgiving yourself. The first step to recovery and inner serenity is letting go. Hanging on to resentments and unpleasant feelings will only lead to self-harm. Letting go is a sign of strength and self-love, not of weakness. Accepting what happened and then letting it go might occasionally be the greatest way to go on. Letting go of the past is necessary in order to genuinely live in the present.